to iSecureLinks. Let's talk about that a little bit. On the side here, I'll try to figure out what the heck's going on.
Sweet. All right, cool. Just let me get access to the screen so I can share mine. All right. Just let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Oh, great. Matt says that Mercury's in retrograde. Well, when does that come out of retrograde? It seems like we're always in retrograde.
Isn't.
Oh, isn't?
Yeah, you said it isn't. Mercury isn't.
Oh, it isn't even. Oh, well, it's definitely you, Matt.
Why is this thing not letting me share my screen? Let's see. Do you want to close? Yes. Cancel.
Well, while he's doing that, did anybody learn anything so far in the last 2 hours?
Nice. Here we go. All right. What screen do you see?
Sweet.
What screen do you see?
iSecure.
All right. Thank you. All right. So everybody should have access to iSecureLinks now, right, guys? Everybody should have access to this. All right. So if you do not have access to this, then you need to PM me after this is over because I'm moving on. I'm not going to stop. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a new test account just so that I can be at the same level as you guys. Actually, I can use this one. All right. So when you guys log into iSecureLinks, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on here behind the scenes. Chris will talk about in a little while how you're going to be able to place the pixel for split testing. But what I want to do is kind of give you guys a good feel for how this system works. So first things first, right now there's nothing short about the URL. Chris, you want to just mute your mic just because it's echoing off of your speakers? All right, how about now, guys? Better? Better now? Nice. All right, cool, cool. So there's nothing short about the way right now. The easiest thing to do is to create your own domain, right? So you can go into Namecheap. I don't know, all hosting companies work the same way as far as CNAME records and advanced DNS. They all work the same. I'm going to show you how it's done in Namecheap. We use Namecheap for everything. I mean, at one point in time, we had over 9,000 domains in our Namecheap account. So we're fairly confident in the ability to operate within Namecheap. We can help with support in Namecheap to a certain extent, whereas when it comes to other hosting companies, HostGator and all these, there's hundreds of hosting companies, but we really don't know how their back end works. So we're not too comfortable with being able to go in and showing instruction on how to be able to do things within their setups. So here, Namecheap, you can create an account with them, super simple, go in, buy a domain, and you can point the domain instantly. Usually it takes about 20 minutes for it to propagate and for everything to work so that it's all functioning, right? I know different hosting companies could take a day. But this is pretty quick. We find usually 20-30 minutes it's all set, it's up and running. So what I did was I actually went in, I purchased this URL, CLXTRKR, clickstracker.com, right? CLXTRKR.com. You can purchase anything, just try to keep it short. 4 characters is the smallest amount. So do whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be anything creative. It doesn't even have to have a meaning. It could be just random letters and numbers. As long as it's 4 characters long, Namecheap will usually let it slide, right? Once you create the domain, you go into your Namecheap account. So I'll go here just as you guys would when you log in. And as soon as you come in here, you're going to find the domain. So let me go back. Here it is. And you click on Manage. Now, once you go into Manage, you're going to click on Advanced DNS here. It's at the very end. advanced DNS. So once here in the advanced DNS, what you're going to do is you're going to add a new record, okay? So I'm going to kind of pop back and forth between iSecureLinks and Namecheap. So here in iSecureLinks, if you click on this drop down that says your login, it'll say domains. Does everybody see that? Can I get a quick Y if you guys see that and following along? Perfect. So right in your login name, you click the drop down and you click on domains, and it'll take you over to here, which is basically going to show you where you can add a new domain. So you can have as many domains as you want. There's no limit as to how many you guys can have. It's totally up to you. I suggest one. But if you want to be creative, you can have as many as you want. You can only have one as a default at a time. Okay? So you're going to put the domain name here. Right? Put the domain name here, .com. And then you're going to click Add the Domain. Now, this step is done once you've pointed the domain to our server, which is right here. It says to change the domain to your own, you will use this IP address. So this is the IP address associated to our server that controls this part of iSecureLinks. So you're simply going to take this IP address, you're going to copy this IP address, and you're going to save that here in the advanced DNS section. So you're going to come in, you're going to click on this red arrow or plus sign that says add a DNS. Add a name record. You're going to select the A record. And when you select the A record, it shows it here on the left, A record. Here where it says host, you're just going to put the @ symbol. And then you're just going to drop in the IP address, and you're going to hit the check mark. That is it. It is literally that simple. Anything else that might appear here below type, you may see CNAME, you may see CNAME record, you may see a couple of other things here listed below this type here. You just simply throw them in the trash. Click on the trash can or click on the X to delete them. The only thing that should be visible is just a record, the @ symbol for the host, and the value should be the IP address. That's it. That's all you should see here in name record. All right? Once this is done and it is propagated, again, it could take 20 minutes, it could take 30 minutes, it could take as long as 24 hours. But once it is done and you've actually added the domain, you'll see it here, and you've selected to add it as the default, which is simply by clicking this asterisk, this blue asterisk here button. When you click this, it'll make that domain the default. It is that easy, guys. That's all you have to do. Now, I'm in the admin account, so I'm obviously not going to make that the admin login, because then all of your logins will be screwy. So I'm going to leave iSecureLinks as the default setting here. But it's all you need to do is just type in the URL .com, hit add, point it to this IP address, and then wait the 20 to 30 minutes, and your links will now forward to that address. So why is that address important? Well, it's important for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to go over that in 1 second. I just want to make sure that we're all up to speed at this point. I haven't thrown any curveballs at you guys. I haven't gotten anybody confused. Everybody's kind of following along. Everybody's understanding where I'm going. Can I get a quick Y if that's the case? If you don't have a username and password for iSecureLinks, please PM me on Skype so that I can get you a username and also a login for iSecure. So if you don't have one, just PM me, and I will make you one really quick and send it over to you. Okay? All corporate. That's my Skype. All corporate. Boom. So if you do not have one, please PM me, and you will see it there. I'll drop it in your Skype so you have it. So if you don't have it, just follow along after the fact. This part of it is super, super simple. All we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the next step, which is how you actually create those short URLs. Okay? So once you have those link shorteners in there, and I'm getting a bunch of PMs, so these obviously were people that weren't on earlier, so they don't have, so which one did I just create? Let's see. We created test 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm just going to create a new one. All right. So I'm going to log into the account so you guys see exactly, or I see what you guys will see when you come in. So we're going to click on domain. And I've already got this domain pointed to where it needs to go. So let me just copy this. Add the domain. Damn it, I already added that one. Shit, what account did I add that to? All right. All right, it's not a problem. Whichever that one is, it is. Chris, if you could do me a favor, can you just go into Namecheap and just get me a domain? I don't care which one it is. Just get a short domain, please. Are you still on, Chris?
Yeah, you just want me to buy a brand new one?
Yeah, just buy a brand new short domain.
Okay.
All right, so while he's doing that, so once we get in here, so you can see right now, when you go to your home page, this is what you're going to see. Now, as you start running some traffic, these numbers are going to start to change. Down here, this graph will start to fill in. The demographics will start lighting up, so you'll start to see where your traffic is coming from, okay? This is all going to be based off of link clicks, and also it's going to be based off of the pixel firing, right? So here, where it says tracking links, it's right next to the home button. It says tracking links. So when I click on tracking links, this is actually where the magic happens. This is where I'm going to be able to create as many links as I need to and control where they're pointing or where they're going, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let's just pick any door. It doesn't matter what product it is. So let's check this one. So I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to grab the raw link for any product. I don't care what product. Just going to grab it, the product you're going to be promoting, obviously, right? Link name, I'm going to name this one Shirt 1. Or you can name it whatever you want, but just remember, whatever you name the link, it's what's going to be on the back end of your URL. So like that URL I just showed you guys, right? This one here, clxtrkr.com/ whatever I name the link. So if I name it Shirt 1, it's going to be http://clxtrkr.com/shirt1. So to make it even shorter, I can name this link track or link name the number 1, or I can name it promo 1. There we go, promo 1, and click on create tracking link, right? So now you see promo 1 is here, and obviously the link, there's nothing short about this because I'm using test152.isecurelinks.com/promo1. So I'm really not using a shortener here. But once I get this new one, which Chris is creating for me, iLinks, here it is, perfect. So let's go back. Hold on one second, guys. Boom. All right. So I'm going to drop this, which is the long link. I'm going to drop it in here. And in the notes, I'm just going to write the name of the shirt, right? So it's a custom moon and back. That's the one that I'm going to be promoting, right? Boom, custom moon and back shirt. So in my notes, I know which product or which item I'm promoting, right? So this is the link here for the long link from the store. This is what I'm naming it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on Save Changes. And the link is live. All right, good. So let me go back here. Let me find this new domain that Chris just created for me. Here it is. So ilinks.com is brand spanking new. Chris just created this. So I'm going to go in here, domains. This is exactly what you guys are going to do. So he just bought this on the fly. So here's my domain, links. It's ILNKZ.com. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to drop that domain right there. I'm going to click add domain, right? Now I'm going to highlight this IP address. I'm going to bring it into Namecheap. I'm going to click on Advanced DNS. And here on Advanced DNS, I'm just going to drop it in the A records section. So as soon as it decides to move forward, we can do it. There we go. So, what the hell? So see, these are the ones I was talking about. See, CNAME record and URL redirect record. These two here we can eliminate. So we can remove both of these, delete them, delete. So now there's nothing, right? So now I'm going to create a record. It's going to be the A record. I'm going to put the @ symbol here, IP address here, hit the check mark. Perfect. So now remove, all set. So it's that simple to add it. Now I'm done. I just got to wait for it to propagate. Once it's done propagating, my link will now become live, right? So instead of it being test152.links, iSecureLinks.com, it's now going to be just this, right? So see how it says here it's not the default? Well, I'm going to make it the default. I'm just going to click on that little asterisk, and now you can see here it says yes, so it is now my default, okay? So it is now my default. So now I can go ahead and I can take back here in tracking links, and you'll see now all my links have now changed. So now they're all going to be, if I click on promo 1, you'll see now my links are all going to be right here, nice and short. links.com/promo 1. So if I go back to tracking links, I can name a new one, just the number 1. Boom. So now I have just the number 1. Here it is. Again, if I go back into my store, I grab the URL, I copy it, I bring it back in here where it says URL, I paste it. Again, this is going to be my custom moon and back shirt. Boom. I click Save Changes. Now, if I take this link right here and I promote this link on my fan page, on my ad, this link will now, as soon as it's clicked and it's propagated, it will now go ahead and forward to this URL right here, right? So it's probably not done yet, but let's try it. Probably take about 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. So I'll come back to that in a little while and refresh it, and you guys will see that it'll go there. So a lot of cool things can be done within this tool. I mean, the sky is the limit. You see how right now it shows the number 1 here in this blue box? You guys see that? It shows the number 1. Can everybody follow? Just type in a yes if you guys see that number 1 right here in this blue box. Yes, yes, yes. All right, cool. So that means that there's currently 1 link in this particular tracker. There's 1 link. So each one of these URLs here are considerably their own rotator, their own tracker, right? So within this number 1, I can list as many products as I want, right? So I can come back, I got this one, I can add the Sweet Grandma one. Go back here, add the link. Here's my new one. This is going to be now Sweet Grandma. Save. If I wanted to add another one, I can come back here, and now I can add My Life Wasn't Complete. Oops. See how I spelled wasn't? I'm not a spelling bee champ. My wife or Jessica were here right now. They'd be like, "What are you doing? That's not how you spell it, wasn't?" All right.
You put two spaces. This needs to be capital. I'm like,
you forgot the exclamation point. You forgot the comma. You forgot the and. All right. So you guys see how now it says 1, 2, 3, right? Everybody following me? You guys see that 1, 2, 3? So now I've got 3 links here within this one link. So this is my tracking link, and if you can see, once this is propagated, which still is not, anytime somebody clicks on this link, I can actually now dictate whether they see just this one URL, which is the first one, or here in this drop down, I can control whether it's scarcity, random, or sticky, right? So the vocab word is sticky, right? Sticky means it's going to stick on number 1 until it's hit the maximum number of hits. So let's say I want this to be 2 clicks. I send out an email. Today's Monday, right? Chris loves to send out 10 emails a day. Well, today's Monday. The first email goes out at 8 a.m. They're at work. They click on the link. They like the shirt. They don't like the shirt. Whatever happens, happens. They miss the email. They come back, or they miss the phone dies. They come back to work. They log into their computer. They click on the email again. This is the second click now. They're going to see this, right? After number 2, the second time they've clicked, they're now going to go to this link. They're not going to see this one anymore. They're going to now see this one because they've reached the maximum number of clicks, being 2 clicks, right? They're now going to see this one. If I set this one to 1 click, so now Chris sends out a 3rd email. The 3rd email goes out, boom, they see this link now. They don't see this one anymore. They see this shirt. And then at night, he sends out a 4th email. Well, now they're going to see this. They're going to see this link. So they're never going to see the same shirt more than 1 time, depending on how many numbers I set here, right? So if I set all of these to 1, that means that every time they click the link, they're going to see something new, right? That's if it's set to order sticky. If they click on random, or if I click on random and I click on save changes, every time they click the link, they're going to see something random. Regardless to how many times I have this set to 999, doesn't matter. Every time they click, they're going to see something random. It's going to be different every time, even though this is set to 999, right? And if I have it set to scarcity, well, scarcity simply means that it's going to go based on the rotation, right? So it's going to go based on rotation. This is 999, it'll go to 999, then it'll go here, then it'll go here, then back up. Then go here, then go here, then back up. So that's all that means, right? So I always leave this to order individual. Order individual just simply means that it runs off of the IP address. You can keep it on order individual as well. I don't think Chris has ever changed it from order individual unless he's doing split testing. Maybe then he'll change it and leave it on sticky or whatever, but I don't think that's something that you change very often, right, Chris?
Right. So I was actually going to jump in and talk about a couple of the ways I would use it, because already C is asking a question that probably doesn't even matter, only because the example was about emails.
Is the rotator tied specific to the clicker's IP address? So Joe, yeah, the rotators are actually attached to, just like any rotator, the IP, right? So the IP of the user. So if they're on their cell phone, they click on it, they go to work, they click on it, now it's a different IP, right? So it's just really dependent on the IP address. That's it. But this is
before I forget, so can I jump in and do an example here? Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, that was weird. You faded away to the background. So check it out. So see, just erase your brain of him mentioning emails. This is how you can get really gangster with it, okay? So I'm not going to share my screen. Pretend that you're on your store and you're seeing the angel picture that we talked about this morning. There are 4 different variants. Medium with rolled canvas, medium framed, large with roll canvas, and large with a frame. Those are 4 different links. I would add all 4 links right here, and then you would split test that when you're sending traffic to that one link that you see there, it says links.com/1, right? Facebook's going to keep sending traffic on the fly without ever having to put up 4 different ads and 4 different links to make them land on 4 different things. You will quickly see which one converts better for you and makes you more money. I love to drop the people to the $199, and then they can go ahead and look around and see if they'll change it to get a lower price. Like it'll be on large, framed. It's their job to make it medium, rolled, so they can get it down to 48. And you can do this with shirts or whatever. But that's one gangster thing that you can do with it. You guys get that? Sweet. So that click thing is very important that you have there, where it says like 999 or whatever. We do massive amount of clicks. I just always count in my head 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I know that's just shy of 1 million clicks. That way I don't have to go back and forget and remember and, oh my God, I only set it to 35 clicks or 50 clicks or 100 clicks, whatever. I just try to max it out. If you're not even on that type of level yet, 10,000 clicks, you know, just put 99999. That way you know you get up to 10,000 clicks to that link before it starts rotating through. But I would just set it to random, then see which one is converting for you better. Okay, that's one thing to use it. Now we need to talk about the other side of the picture. There's always 2 sides to the picture, okay? So Facebook does not like you to be able to change things on the fly. As you can see, Nico got disapproved for his picture. Same thing with people that run CPA offers and stuff, and you know, all types of craziness. So when you go to submit your ad, you can only have 1 link in there, or can you just drop down those options, please? Or sticky. So what happens is when you submit it, and you'll be able to see it now, you probably never even noticed this or knew this or whatever, is that Facebook will come in and ping your link to see if you're trying to do anything shiesty with it. You know, mainly the CPA offers, articles, blogs, things like that. They're going to ping it not from just 1 IP. They're going to ping it from 7 or 8 before the approval process happens. Each one of their IPs is only going to see that one every single time, showing them that, hey, they're only showing what they're putting in that picture. Then, once your ad is approved, you can add the other 3 if you chose to put it on original, or you undo it from sticky, because they're not going to come back later and check. Once it's approved, it's approved. That's it. That's the way their system works. So you need to know and remember that. Okay? Especially if you're showing 4 different shirts. So you may use an ad creative that has 4 blocks. Picture a T down the middle, and each section in that T has a shirt. So you have 4 shirts and 1 ad, and people are clicking that link and brought to a shirt. That is a super gangster way to not put up that many ads, be able to send more money to that ad, and find very quickly what shirt starts converting. Whichever one is out converting the rest, that's when you know that you go after. You can either delete those other 3, or you could just send all traffic to that. You guys get it?
When he says all traffic, that's right here with the sticky. That means everything's going to the first one. Everything's going to number 1 position until the maximum number of hits have been hit, right? So however many you set this to, 99999, 999,000 hits, that's what it's going to go to. I mean, it's very simple. That's it. Once it hits that point, then it'll go ahead and either move down to the next one, or you can come up and reset the hits and it'll go ahead and just continue to keep going to that first one. So that's what he means by that.
We can go into all types of crazy stuff, but and I'll fill your head with a little bit of ideas and you can play with it, but I still want you to try to stay laser focused. But for some of the people that are a little bit more advanced, they're going to appreciate some of these things. Where you see PC and mobile, you can have a link that if they click that, they'll only, if they're on mobile, they'll see that page that you want them to see. Maybe that page is just really optimized for that. Maybe you use something other than Shopify. Maybe you use a ClickFunnels or something like that. Something that converts really well for you on a certain mobile, or something that converts really well for you on desktop. Maybe your desktop view of your website is like super nice or whatever. You can send them to different links based on if they came in on a desktop or on mobile. So you guys can play with that feature. You can also, where it says worldwide, you could just put US, Canada, UK, and if any other traffic comes from somewhere else, you can send them to an offer that you had. Like, you can just use this for an unbelievable amount of things. When we were doing this for CPA offers, some offers would only handle the top 5 countries, and then anything outside of those countries would have to get redirected to another international offer. And that's how that feature came about. So not sure like how you guys can like use your brain to implement that, but that feature is always in there. There's all types of crazy stuff that you can actually put in here. Like, you could put a link maybe only works from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then from 12:01 a.m. to whatever 6 p.m. another link is working. We would find sometimes that different times of day, different offers would convert for different people. And that's how we play that function.
Actually,
in the solo, go ahead.
To cut you off, but when we were running, remember the $9.99 special? We did it for the first 30. We would run it from like midnight till 6 a.m. That way, we could show that, yeah, it was running from midnight to 6 a.m. and we got 30 sales within that time, and now that special's over. So, yeah, we legitimately did sell T-shirts for $9.99, but it was only from that time, from 12 to midnight, that link would actually fire and take them to that offer. Elsewise, it would never fire after 6 a.m.
Correct. Very cool. What do you guys think so far?
I know someone said they're not that advanced yet, and the key word there is yet. Because I'll tell you right now, if you guys had met me probably 6 or 7 years ago, you would have said there's no way that guy is going to do anything on the internet. Like, ever. Because I was the one-finger typer, and I hated opening up my laptop. Chris will tell you, he legit had to force me to go to his house. He was like, dude, this is what's going to happen. You are going to show up, and you're going to make this work. And he legit made me do it. So I understand you may not have that level of technicality right now, but having access to the stuff and being able to use it when you're ready means all the difference for your business when it gets to that point. You will get there. It's just, everybody gets there at different times, right? One other cool thing is this right here, this conversion tracking code. So, Chris, let me just open up this page here so we can go over that with them.
Okay, so this would be another advanced thing. So if you feel that you're not that advanced yet, shut your brain off, just enjoy it, maybe go get something to drink, whatever. This is for the advanced peeps that, they may want to know, how good is my page or offer really converting? Right now, Shopify bulks all your conversion together, and I can't stand that. Sometimes we have an offer that's converting at 12%, then we have a crappy offer converting at 1%, and then we're sending emails out and retargeting all that stuff, and we might get junk traffic just because I'm testing link clicks that day. We get like 800, 900 link clicks, no sales, and our conversion rate looks like poop because it's like 3%, 2%. I'm like, this is impossible. Well, this will give you accurate, accurate either clicks or accurate either sales, whatever you want to track. So these are for the advanced people. Nope, take that out, right out of there. So in here, you see those little arrows at the top right? we're going to click that. That makes this box HTML. In that box, right where anywhere those paragraph things, in between one of those P's and the other P's, the close bracket, put it in between it. Yep, paste. And now go back to those arrows. Perfect. Get it out of those brackets then. The P's are messing it up. Put it at the very bottom. Just erase those things. You went trigger cha-chi on me and put all those paragraphs in. Get rid of that image thing. Oh, there we go. Is that the right thing? What's that and GT thing? Just erase that and copy the regular pixel. Cool. See, it's not visible. So that's an invisible pixel, 1 by 1, whatever. So if you put that here inside of this product page, you will be confirming or being able to track how many clicks you got to this offer or to this page. That's the only thing you're tracking right here is clicks. If we bring this to settings and then checkout, please. And then we scroll down to additional. And inside here, just like the Facebook pixel, you drop this in at the very end. And you place that pixel right there. You will know if someone clicked your ad, clicked that link, went to the product page, it doesn't matter where the heck they went on the thing, and they convert, you'll know that that link in that ad made the sale. There's no guessing. There won't be any of the stupid thing like how Facebook, for the next 30 days, if it did an impression and some ad got the click, but the first ad showed the impression, they get the sale, and all this crazy stuff that makes you not be able to know what to scale. You'll be able to know 100% with this right here. And you can put as many pixels as you want on there, but it's totally up to you.
So people were asking before, like, how are we able to get over that whole Facebook problem, like way back when Facebook was double firing and all this craziness. And, this is a workaround. This is the ability for you to be able to see what you wouldn't be able to see, before with the, the way the pixels were between the old and the new and all this other crap that was going on with Facebook and, their pixels just never working properly. So this gives you that ability to be able to kind of really, at a glimpse of an eye, be able to see. And I mean, as you guys can see here, when you click on home, there's a whole breakdown here. So you'll see, the demographics. You'll see here, the time that the clicks came in, your gross clicks, your unique clicks, even here in statistics. This will break everything down for you. I mean, it'll show you the link that was clicked, when it was clicked. I mean, it'll give you everything you could possibly need to be able to make decisions as to whether or not it's working or not working.
You know what will happen too? So two things. One, you'll actually get really mad at how shady Facebook is, and you'll see that not only is there real traffic, but you'll see that there's bot traffic. And us as the consumer or the people buying from them, there's nothing that you can do about it. There's huge studies on it. They're just going to do whatever the heck they want. So you're never going to see the numbers match up 100%. But you will definitely see the discrepancy on their higher click count versus the click count that you really get. So that'd be something interesting for you guys to see. Again, the pixel is for the advanced person. You do not have to use it. You do not need to place it anywhere to use it. If you just come in, post your link, put the number to 999, leave it on worldwide, take that short link, put it in the ad, you are done. 5 steps. That's it.